Yeah, okay. That's a terrible waste of time. We're down to 14 because I had to reboot the stream. I had to reboot Magic, so we're just going to have to play fast. I have 15 minutes. We have to have him commit to the board a lot more before we get to Wrath. I mean, I might just want to play Whip and say go. We have to get like a 2 or 3 for 1 against his deck, right? I guess I could also just like block and kill Fauna Shaman with the Resto Angel. If he just wants to Fauna Shaman beats. Yeah, so there should be something big and scary coming out next turn. I don't get immediate value out of having the whip on the table. Like there's benefits to restoing. The detriment of restoing it has to do with the fact that we would lose the resto. So hopefully he plays some big scaries that are worth us blowing up the world. Hellrider. Yeah, we have to wrath the board already. Puts us to 7. That's unfortunate. This is where I wish I had a force. Recruiter. Recruiter for a white drop. Okay, well, all of our threats have lifelink, though, since we went for this play, so we could maybe recoup that life. We could still win this stream. We're going to need a blue source, though, to do it. Or a... Well, I did add more of those. Or something different. Did some of you guys come back? Oh, Siege Gang? That's awful for us. Yeah, Siege Gang Commander is awful for us. Your head now, though? Lol, because he's taking a turn off? Well, we have to gain life on this resto. And then I have to find a way to remove the Siege Gang. No, the lifelink on all of our creatures is going to be relevant. It might actually be enough for us to turn this around. Oh, he's going to bolt our... Well, I can bring back Angel, though. I have a play now next turn. I wasn't going to have a play. He doesn't know that, of course, but I wasn't going to have a play next turn. Yeah, I didn't draw a different play, so we're just whipping back the resto to block Siege Gang. Oh, it says a sorcery? Oh my god, I punted so hard. I forgot that this was... I never played this during Standard, so I forgot. I thought you could do it any time. We're dead here. We died. I'm sorry, stream. We could have maybe won this. That's okay. Like, I lost my internet in my house. Yep. 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. Yeah, I seriously thought it was any time. No, it's only as a sorcery. Very last line of the card. That's so sad. Well, I appreciate you guys waiting, though. I can let you guys know that my house didn't blow up. It was a crazy storm that nearly knocked out the electricity. Oh, this would have been a long time, though, before we got to the island. This wasn't going to sustain us. It was... We would have had 3 more life points, right? Okay, so we would have had 3 more life points if we hadn't made that mistake. We would have had to have lived for another 2 turns. And then, what would my play be? Chart a course? Okay, so if we chart a course, I draw 2. And I discard the... Oh, well, see, but there's the Animate Dead. So discard, like, Emrakul or Titan. Yeah, see, no, we could have maybe done something. We could have maybe done something, guys. I'm so sorry. That sucks. Yeah. It's possible. It's possible. I think it seems unlikely, but like judging from if those were really the draws we were going to be getting, Like we would have been at 2 life, right? Yeah, we would have been at 2. We play Charter Course, ditch Titan, and then no, we would still died. Your top card was Swamp. Yes, my top card was a Swamp. We still Siege Gang Commander can sacrifice himself. Yeah, it's just sacrifice a goblin. So Siege Gang can sacrifice himself to deal 2. So not that that makes me thankful that my misplay didn't change anything. Doesn't make me feel any better about the misplay, but unfortunately it looks like we weren't going to get that game. And again, like, I think the mana base was built wrong. I think the deck was really good. I think that our fixing was bad. So we did manage to get back our investment. We did get our fun bucks back, our fun money. But I did not prize with it. So let's see, it's 247. Okay. Let's vote again. Do you guys want to see me jam more of the blue-white control? Do you want to see the Madcap deck, or do you guys want to see one more cube run? The thing about the cube runs is it is a pretty big time commitment because we do have to, it's not as flexible as leagues. It is nice as a streamer to be able to do the leagues because there is a little bit of downtime potentially between rounds, unless we play something dirtily, which we have been, which is great because I don't have as much downtime. Yeah, so we have one more game we can do with the Madcap deck. Why don't we switch it up? Let's switch it up. I'm going to play a game with this and a game with the blue-white deck. So we're just going to finish all our leagues. We can get fresh leagues and we can play some fresh decks. Because I'm not that I'm bored with these. Like, obviously, I'm still trying to win the $1,000 with this deck, but it doesn't look likely when we've already lost 2 games, so, or 3 games even. How many? Yeah, no. We had to. I think we had to get a 4-1 or a 5-0 to unlock the next tier of prize for the deck. So the best we've done with this jank is a 3-2. So we have to get a 4-1 to unlock another $50. And then, of course, the 5-0 unlocks whatever's left of the $1,000 pot. What's this about $1,000? Check this out, Arbitrary Armor. So Lol Coron picked up the challenge, sponsored it, and he's already given us the first 3 prizes, which was $150 total. So basically, he was giving $50 to the stream for every win that we got with the deck beyond what we thought was possible. The Brew Around card is Lich's Mirror, so this says if you would lose the game, keyword is if, it is a replacement effect, and that'll come up in a second. If you would lose the game, instead shuffle your hand, graveyard, all permanents you own in your library, then draw 7, your life total becomes 20. Madcap Mirror not only goes and grabs Mirror, slams it into play for us, but Madcap Experiment, I called it Madcap Mirror, didn't it? Madcap Experiment also kills us, as long as we reveal enough cards until we hit the mirror. Does that make sense? Actually, no, we definitely want to play this out, because if I win the next 2, we still get money. So, I think I keep this. Well, nah, I'm going to mull. Oh, I shouldn't have mulled. Oh, we shouldn't have mulliganed. Oh, we shouldn't have mulled that. That would just needed one other land to be good. This hand is pretty bad. Alright, well, we'll keep in scry to action. Bottom that. Gotta scry to some action. You have a draw 7, you're fine. I have to deal some damage before the draw 7 in this list, Arbitrary. I'm actually going to use the hidden mode on a Tarkus command. I'm going to put a land into play. Mithralized, okay. Just because I have 2 draw 7s doesn't mean we win. But it's looking pretty good for us now, actually. Go ahead. And before he has, like, main deck life gain, and I feel so stupid for playing out my Tarkus. But we have to restart. Like, this isn't going to get it done. We should also fetch and shock and hurt ourselves so that we're more likely to die on this. Because if we don't die, it's really embarrassing, and it's bad. Clearly it's excellent? No. No, it was not an excellent draw. Nimbus Maze. Okay. Legion's Landing. That's a problem. That is lifelink. That's a problem. That guy has lifelink. We may need to kill that vampire. I mean, am I supposed to wait? I don't think I should wait, though. I think we want to ramp up to these experiments, because our hand is bupkis. Oh, he's going to spell pierce this? Spell snare? Spell pierce. Okay. Oh, I guess we're not ramping. Lava spike. Okay. Spell pierce. Wait until you can make a land drop? Yes. We want to be able to float some mana or kill ourselves on a fetch. Uh-oh, that's not a good sound. Sorry, the electricity at my house is maybe not okay right now. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to be sitting back on a lot of cards in his brew, right? Assuming this is another counterspell. Nimbus mazes. Another Atarkus command. Okay. Surprised he didn't just pump up the jams on this Mithrilize, put a lore counter on it. Oh, Prairie Stream that enters tap. That's sad, pandas. Actually, I should have fetched shocked, right? Because we actually do want to die on this first Madcap. There's no guarantee it's going to resolve. Opponent just showed a Spell Pierce. If he does nothing, I assume he has something reactive, and this first Madcap's not going to resolve. So it might not be correct for me to fetch Shock. It feels right to do so, though, because that's a lot of reveals. Like, we could easily hit a mirror. I think I actually am going to fetch Shock. And then I'm going to float and be like, am I casting this? I'm casting this, right? Nah, I'm not going to cast this. Nah. Yeah, I think I have to fetch Shock. And we have to make him think we have more than what we have. No, we don't Madcap yet. Yeah, ideally we have a land drop to make. Yeah, ideally we need to take a little more damage probably. Is you're at 5 in the mirror play, it's like a Phyrexian Unlife. Oh, interesting. Scout's Warning. Huh. So I wonder what he's trying to put in with Scout's Warnings. Huh. It's probably just white draw card. Oh, you don't think he's putting anything in with it? So you just wanted something? Right? No, me shocking was maybe stupid. I mean, we have a pretty good chance for us to die. The deck, you know, we usually die naturally, which is nice, but bad in this spot because... the reason it's bad is because he might just have a counterspell for my experiment, and then the Mithrilize is big enough to kill us, and then we lose. Maybe I can get him to spend the the counterspell on us trying to remove this vampire? I don't even know anymore. I mean, I'm assuming he's sitting on a reactive spell and he just beats us, right? Not much I can do. I mean, our hand kind of was trash, right? We had a decent 7 and I mulled it. Show me Spell Pierce number 2. Show me Remand. And we can go to the board. I think I can beat this, though, post-board. Alright, he just has to know to animate his Mithralized. I mean, our hand was pretty trash, right? Like, we wanted to keep the 7, but the 7 was trash, and then the 6 was, like, all lands, and just didn't get there. Alright, so he's got Counter Magic. Firecraft is interesting to me. We had targets for Revelry. We had lots of targets for Revelry. Kind of like this 6. Blaze maybe even, but probably not. Eidolon would have also punished his deck quite nicely. I think I cut a little bit of this. It's a little bit weaker against permissive decks, for sure. So I can't guarantee it. There's no guarantee of resolve. Honestly, probably better to not Madcap now that I think about it. You don't want him to know. Yeah. No, I mean, he most likely has the counterspell there, right? So, like, I'm learning that he has Remands, right? Oh, there goes my electricity again. I'm learning that he has Remand in his deck, right? But he's learning that I have jank like Madcap in mine. So, maybe not worth. Probably not worth. Like, I can guess at what kind of counterspells he's into if he's running Spell Pierce pretty easily. But, you know, him thinking we're a normal burn deck is probably better and just saying, oh, we got a crappy draw, than, you know, trying to jam the combo. Maybe he'll even paths for Platinum Empyrean. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he did not wait long enough to see what the mirror actually gets, so that's valid. Maybe I don't even need Helix this year. I mean, like, these could be something else as well. Was he going wide? It looked like he was going wide with tokens, actually. Give me a couple Flame Breaks. Well, Flame Break is bringing in extra Flame Breaks with breaks with Eidolon is kind of crappy, but let's do it. Oh, he's still sideboarding? Okay. Alright, well. It seems fine. Keep. Alright, so going upstairs, go ahead. And we slam Eidolon. We don't have to hurt ourselves too much because we just got another fetch. That fetch can get a white source at some point, so let's just play Eidolon. What do you think about a Storm deck? We tried to make it work. I like where your mind's at. If you want to brew and be my guest, I just couldn't make it work, man. We tried a couple of different versions that tried to storm off, and the challenge is over in a couple of days. So this is kind of some of my last ditch efforts is trying to win the money. Didn't you have more viewers to spawn? I got hacked by a Frenchman, actually, Rock Slaughter. I'm still Spawn of Virtue. Like my Magic, yeah, my Magic online. I wouldn't say necessarily that that's the truth, Rock Slaughter. I also lost my power like not too long ago to this storm, Rock Slaughter. I don't know, anytime I get somebody that's like, comes in here and is all like, didn't you used to, didn't you? I had a guy, I mean, Shadows like tonight came in and was like, BrewSpy, why are you playing Cube? And I was like, dude, we played Modern for like the first, 2 or 3 hours of the stream tonight. So, I don't get it. I don't understand it. You guys are never happy with me. I just don't get it. There's always something. There's always something. This is just supposed to be a chill place. We play some Magic. We have a good time. Alright, we win. Cool. Eidolon seems good against this guy. But yeah, I got hacked by a Frenchman about 2 years ago. Brew, you're a streamer. Twitch chat's always right. Right, there's always something wrong. Twitch chat's always right. Yada yada. Blah blah blah. Okay, what do we want to do now for game 3? I think the break is overkill. I think he's really trying to be more like tempo. I think that's what he's really trying to do over there. Be some sort of weird tempo thing. Maybe we want blazes even. Like, we've had targets every game against him for blaze. Maybe this is what we want? Some number of blazes? Actually, I think the revelries might have been overkill. I think blaze actually might be better a little bit. And we run like 2 revelries just in case. Okay. Yeah, Rock Slaughter, I've been BrewSpytheMagicGuy for like 2.5 years now. I got hacked that was back when I was streaming and I was in college, actually. I got hacked by a Frenchman, and then they broke the terms of service with the account. So I had to, Twitch was like, we're sorry, you know. But I mean, now I'm making money under Twitch, and it's fine. Bygones be bygones, Rock Slaughter. It's really, I'm not upset about it anymore. I haven't been upset about it in years now. It sucked. I had to restart. Rock Slaughter, it's funny that you bring that up, because I started the BrewSpy channel about a few weeks after the other account got compromised. I started this account about 2 to 3 weeks later. I decided I wanted to continue streaming. So I got like a little vacation from it, and then yeah, I wanted to keep doing it. I think this hand's fine. It's not spectacular, but it also doesn't, it's also on the draw. Also actually can cast its cards. Yeah, it was terrible. It's just I don't understand why you're coming in here and saying like didn't you used to get more viewers as Spawn. Like, I've had much more success as BrewSpytheMagicGuy. I don't understand. I'm having a slow night tonight because my internet died. Like, my electricity went out for a moment. But I don't quite understand what you mean. I think the most we ever had on the Spawn of Virtue channel was maybe 200. Maybe. But I think everybody would always ask me, well, what does Spawn of Virtue mean, And it was something that came up when I was like 13 years old. It was something, I had to make up a username for it was like Diablo account, like Battle.net, like way back. We're talking like Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo age, when those games first came out. And that was my username, because it's my initials, but like kind of like fantasy-ish. Because you guys know I'm like a nerd, right? I used to play tabletop games. I like fantasy stuff. I like Magic as well. But everybody would come into my channel, Rock Slaughter, and they'd be like, well, what is the Spawn of Virtue? What does it mean? And I was a little kid, and I thought, Spawn, thinking of like the Spawn comic books, I thought he was kind of an evil guy. So I was like, no, I'm going to be like a good guy Spawn. Although, okay, Spawn is technically kind of a good guy, right? He's not just like, not really an anti-hero. It's confusing. It's confusing, and that was why I had to rebrand. So it's not all bad that we got hacked. It was confusing. People understand Magic, right? People understand BrewSpytheMagicGuy. I'm a brewer. It makes sense. That makes sense, Rock Slaughter. I feel like I'm going too deep for you. Spawn was the... Oh, okay. I got to read your comment. Spawn was awesome. Yeah, so like I would have to explain to people like when I was 13, I'd have to explain that story. I don't have to explain that story anymore now that I'm BrewSpytheMagicGuy, which is great. It has never come up, not once. I guess I brought it up, so that's my own fault. But I've never had to be like, oh yeah, well that's why my username, that's why my motor username is this, because like that was like always my username since I was 13, and I never changed it, and it's just much easier that yeah, I don't care that much. Okay, good. Back to the Magic. But yeah, the BrewSpytheMagicGuy rebranding's been good. I wear a lab coat. As soon as we get this computer fixed, I'm going to probably rock the lab coat again. Sometimes a bow tie. Does it bother you when Twitch chat's overly critical? Yeah, absolutely. I think it's easy. I think it's easy to over. I mean, I do the same thing when I like to think that after streaming, I think I do a better job taking a step back and realizing that there's a human being on the other side, right? Camera or no camera. And I think I do a good job not, let's make him not gain that life. Yeah, I think I'm not very critical when I tune into people's streams, kind of let them do their thing. And if I like what they're doing, I let them know. If I don't like what they're doing, I'm not there. I'm already gone. So we could blaze this vampire, but that's not very strong. Probably want a Tarkus command, and my opponent's going to counter it, and that's okay. I beg to differ. All right, so hold up. So, didn't you used to have more viewers as Spawn of Virtue? Why did you change? So, didn't you used to be? I'm gonna. No offense, Rock to Slaughter. I'm excited to have found you again. I'm very excited to have found you, or you found me, all these years later. Right? That's awesome. This is like a reunion. It's super cool. But like. Didn't you used to be more of a thing, was basically what you told me. Didn't you used to be more popular, is basically what you just said. So I beg to differ. Maybe I took the way that you said that the wrong way, but why did you change? Because your channel used to be better, is kind of the way I took that. And I'm okay. It's okay if I took that the wrong way. Clarify. You know, back up your story. Tell me and the rest of the chat. Tell us what you really meant, right? If you're saying, no, I didn't say anything critical, like, are you sure? All right, not a reason. See you streaming. Wanted to ask. Gotcha. Okay, so it's not a reunion. So you're not excited to see me. I'm so confused, man. I don't even know anymore, Rock. Not a reunion. I've seen you streaming. Just felt like asking. Okay. Okay. And I can take it. Like, go for it. You know, tell me whatever you like. I mean, some people thought that the rebranding was stupid. Some people thought, they're like, why you want to wear a lab coat? You know? I thought it was a good thing. We had like a shtick, you know? We had like a thing. It was a thing. Like, before I was just like that weird guy that like threw together weird Tesserator decks. And like now I'm like, I'm still that guy. It's just, now we have like a theme song. I don't know, man. How was I supposed to not take that like as critical? That's what I want to know. I want to like help you. Like, I want to help you, Rock Lobster. Like, when you walk into a room and you say to the people around you, hey, didn't you guys used to be better? Aren't they? Isn't it okay for them to take that the way you phrased it? I don't even know, man. I'm trying to figure you out. I'm trying to figure it out. I just want to cast some Rift Bolts, man. All right. Enough of that. So, we blaze this, he counters. Cool. He counters. He remands. Hey, what's up, young Dingo? All right, hang on. Dingo's another streamer. Dingo, how would you take this, my friend? Maybe I'm the one being critical. All right, so Twitch chat's always right. All right. Didn't you used to have more viewers as Spawn of Virtue? Why'd you change? How would you have reacted to this? Because I went in depth and I told him that we got hacked. I went in depth and said that's a little bit rude. Like, you're basically saying that we're not doing well. How would you have taken that, young Dingo? Because you're a fellow streamer. Let me ask you the question. How would that have made you feel? All right, young Dingo says, that's pretty rude. And young Dingo, I've only known for a little bit here. I'm not trying to say, oh, well, I'm going to pull one of my friends and say, oh, like, you know, young Dingo's my friend. He's gonna side with me. It's like, no, like, we've only known each other for a little bit. Like, so, Yeah, so he's a fellow streamer, and he also found that kind of rude. So I don't think. All right, always known you as BrewSpy, never known you as Spawn of Virtue. I remember playing against that name in the casual rooms. Yeah, I probably played some jank, didn't I, House of Cicada? All right, he's unfortunately going to go up to 10 here. I don't know how we win this. He did have the remand. Yeah, we're probably losing this game, aren't we? I don't have removal for the myth realized. All right, okay, so you say, honestly, I would have explained it to him, then told him he's welcome to leave. No, I don't tell people to leave my channel, never. I've never had to ask that, I don't believe, thankfully. I was curious if another person might find that rude. That's all. Yeah, I don't think we can win this anymore. I think that the myth realized is going to kill us. Yeah, I'm not going to ask Rock Slaughter to leave. He's welcome to stay. He just wants to watch some Magic. But I just wanted to make it clear that, like, I did find the way he phrased it a little rude. But it's okay. I mean, hell, I grew up with two brothers, one older, one younger. Like, we were always, yeah, we're dead here. Good games. Hey, what's up, Lucas? I mean, odds are, I hope Rock Slaughter's still here. All right, we still got our points. We still got our points. All right, are we starting up another cube, or are we playing Blue Eye Control? I'll let you guys vote. You've got 60 seconds. So your choices are Blue Eye Control, so Control, or your other choice is another cube. Oh, whoops. I screwed that up. Poll 60. There we go. Control, cube. I want to see if Rock Lobster's still here. I hope he's still here. It's probably because I beat it to death, right? Beat it to a dead horse. Yeah, he's still here. And I hope that he stays, because he used to watch the Spawn of Virtue show. Not tell him to leave, just kind of say, like, you know what it is. If you're enjoying the content, then why would he be here? Right, I know he enjoys the content. Yeah. I think he just maybe didn't think about how that would feel if you're the streamer. Because it's like, I put a lot of time into this. I put about 4 years worth of my free time into this thing, and it might hurt my feelings if I had somebody come in here and say, hey, you used to be better. Your show used to be something. You used to be something. You're all washed up, BrewSpy. You know, like, that would hurt my feelings a little bit. I literally had no idea why you rebranded. All right, dude, if that's rude, you gotta toughen up. You gotta toughen up, says Rock Slaughter. You gotta get that skin on your bones. You gotta get that. I don't know. I'm just now, friend. you gotta toughen up a little bit, BrewSpy. If you feel like you wasted the last 4 years worth of free time on this show, you gotta. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure you out, man. I don't even know. Oh, that's true. That's very true. Irish with the words of reason, right? Irish with the words of reason. All right, so I'm playing Blue Eye Control. Let's do it. What was I quoting there? I guess I was thinking Rocky. You gotta, what is it? You gotta chew thunder, eat lightning, or something like that. Rock's like, would it hurt your feelings? Would it? No, probably not. All right, dude, nothing hurts more than being criticized for something you dedicated a good portion of your life doing. Yeah, I see both sides. I see both sides. Honestly, the reason that I maybe was scrutinizing the comments so much is because I think it might improve your life, though, Rock Slaughter. I wonder if you talk to your friends and family that way. I wonder if you talk to coworkers that way. K-Slow says Kappa, damn, that's confrontational. I don't know. I'm doing a little bit of, devil's advocate here too. No, I really didn't. But I wonder. I mean, like, I like philosophy, so like, I'm sorry if it's upsetting you now, because I'm really not upset about it, but I wonder about like the philosophy of that, right? I wonder about. Uh, oh, okay. Well, where are you going with this now? Dude gets crazy tilted. No, I was just I explained to you why I had to. All right, Arbor says, "Bro, I like you. Think you pull too much weight." Yeah. Well, I like to read all the chat. I try to have conversations with each of you guys. I wonder if maybe that's my downfall, right? Because maybe some of you guys don't even really want to have a conversation. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not broadcasting me to the world. But I mean, but isn't that the point of participating in Twitch chat, right? Don't you want like other people to read what you say? I feel like that's like kind of a big like thing and like I don't know. I always like Twitch communities where like the streamer does read most every comment and at least tries to talk to the people that hang out there. All right, we'll keep this. It's got solid mana. Your kid's kind of like talking to a public forum. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like talking to a public forum. It's live. It's like Reddit, right? Good luck, have fun. It's like Reddit. Kind of like live Reddit. Irish thinks it's perfectly fine, well adjusted. Gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna. Nope. We're gonna keep the Gideon? Actually, I like both of these. Well, okay, we don't know what he's on. Why don't we do this order? Let's go Gideon top. Visions, this will be our next draw. And then if we want the Gideon, we can keep it. If we don't want the Gideon, we can shuffle it away. It's very possible, Irish. That was also the one I had a lot more free time, though, right? I mean, that was college, and I just jammed a lot of Moto. That's very possible. He's Tron. I don't want the Gideon anymore. So I'm going to shuffle that away. That's true. I had like a lot more free time to pour into this hobby. That is not wrong. Island. Yeah, he's Tron. Alright, we'll keep the Serum Visions and bottom the island. Yeah, but I can't go back to spawn. Like, the account got hacked. I can't make another account that spawn. And then if I delete the BrewSpy account, then I lose the sponsorship with Card Hoarder. I lose all the subs. I just got my first check from Twitch. Alright, Young thinks it's a fine question. The phrasing was very poor. Instead of bringing up viewers, you should just ask why the name changed. All right, all I was going was my question. Why don't you get tilted or don't? No, I'm not tilted. I'm just letting you know that that could have been taken offensively. All right, I'm sure, but all the additional baggage, what makes the question feel more critical. That's true. I mean, that's stuff I went through that Lobster didn't get to go through either, right? I mean, Irish, you were there through the transition. It was tough. It sucked. It really sucked having to, close down the account and start over. It did. It did. And there were weeks, Rock Lobster, where I had people trickling in from the previous stream. And I had to meet a lot of new faces. All right, clicks okay against Tron. It's not great. All right, I'll keep it, though. Maybe I just got to bottom and look for our spreading seas, though. Right? Yeah, actually, I'm going to bottom. What's the point of streaming if you don't want viewers? Well, I'm not always about the numbers, though, Rock. Like, I'd rather have people that I like hanging out with and like the content and are having a good time, good conversation. I don't know if I necessarily want, I actually kind of like sometimes the small time feel we have here. You definitely want click. Ooh, crap. Oh no, we drew the meme charm we're testing. Mistake. Mistake. Why did we put this in our deck? Oh my goodness. What was the reveal? It was power plant. Okay. Hasn't this version of the account been around for a long time, though? It has, Cat in the Hat. I've been BrewSpy for about 2 years now. Of course, having viewers is nice. Not something you can control. Unless you view bot? Yeah. Right, unless I cheat. Right, no. There's people that do successful naturally. You don't need to network. You don't need to go to TwitchCon. I think there are people that, like, they really have it. They really got it. And they do a great job. Right, unless you view. All right, I'm Jason here, right? And we just hope to fate seal him off of Tron, right? I mean, that feels so bad, man, right? If I don't find a way to remove the O-Stone, we're gonna lose this first Jace. I don't see another way. He can't activate the O-Stone for a couple turns, or if he has Tron. What seems moderately insane? What, hoping to fate seal him off Tron? Probably. Probably not going to work. We might just be better served J-Storming. Put the Entreat back on top. Shuffle away the Azorius Charm. I see both sides. I remember years ago when you were grinding, streaming, trying to make partnership. It never really happened. So I know how much work it took and how you might take offense at a comment like that. Well, I don't need you guys to defend me. I'm fully capable of defending myself. Like, yes, but honestly, it was more just the word phrasing, you know? But let's get off it. It's fine. Bygones be bygones. You know. At this point, I don't care. I just want to see if I can beat this Tron opponent. All right, we're going to J-Seal. At this point, I don't care. I think I leave that on top, right? Yeah. At this point, stream, I don't even care. I just want to see if I can beat this guy. But I appreciate you, House. I appreciate you. That's very kind. But at this point, I'm trying just to beat this guy. All right, so there's the power plant. Oh, Spreading Seas. That's huge. That was a huge draw. Hold up. Wait, cancel. Let's, do we J-Storm again? Sorry, we didn't J-Storm. We started with Fate Seal. Let's J-Storm. Alright, Path, Cryptic. So we'll put back the Charm because it just cycles. It's not good enough. We'll put back a Path. Unless we want to set up the Entreat now. I don't think I'm supposed to. I think I'm supposed to shuffle away 2 semi-dead cards instead. Well, House of Cicada, now's not a good time to bring it up, but no, I'll talk about it later. Let's hit the mine. Draw a fresh card off the top. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Snapcaster Mage. I could snap Serum. Seems bad. We should maybe hold up the negate. I mean, he's going to blow up the Jace anyway, right? So that's all the more reason to J-Storm. He's just going to pop the stone pretty relatively soon. Maybe even next turn he pops it. That's true. This is bad, right? I shouldn't do this yet, right? He's just going to stone the snap. We were hoping for, like, the main board D-Sphere, right? Before I do a bad play like this. Like, now I might just, like, even spend one of the paths on my Wall of Omens. Ugh. Alright, kick it back. Yeah, I mean, like, in the end, House of Cicada, like, I grinded and we made affiliate, right? The affiliate happened when they were doing that string of inviting various streamers to, this might be a wasted path, though. There are plenty of Worm Coils in my opponent's deck. There's usually 2 or 3. But we'll do it. Ramp to exile, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, in all that grinding, we did manage to make it to affiliate when they were doing that stint of inviting a bunch of streamers to the affiliate. Alright, we'll do another spreading. That was lucky. I don't hate necessarily spreading, though, that last turn, because it did cut him on Tron at least for that one turn. So it's not 0 value. Let's save the spreading for the next Tron piece. Sit on the Cryptic. So I don't think... I never felt that it was worth nothing. Haven't been streaming very long. That's my $1.02. Thanks for streaming. Well, thanks, Young Dingo. Speaking of which, Young Dingo, you going live later? Because I need to go to bed in the next hour or so. Another mine. Crap, what was that was the reveal? Yeah, it's mine. Okay, so now we have to fight over mines, right? That's kind of what we've decided. I very much appreciate the $1.02. Thank you so much. Nope, your next stream's tomorrow night? Okay. What are you going to play? Are you going to play the Grixis deck you showed me? You should link that in chat. People might want to check it out. Might want to see what you're doing. Easily more exciting than blue-white control. It's not me being sarcastic. The deck looks sweet. You're still at college? What about Cryptic on our own seas? In response to the O-Stone. That's a clever idea, Nippon. No, I didn't think of that. It's like... when he goes to activate Stone, Cryptic return is spreading. Alright, viewer decks, green, black, Value Town, Grixis. Nice, dude. Alright, what's this? Eater? Maybe we can just path Eater. It's fine. Glacial Fortress down. It's down. Guess I don't have to path immediately. So he's not green-black Tron, he's the mono-green Tron, which I actually really like. I think there's a lot of benefits to the mono-green Tron. Another Cryptic, not bad, kick it back. We're hanging in there, stream. He did find another mine, though. Sylvan? Is this a good Tron? We can't have that. We can't have that. Worm coil. That's fine. Could even oust this, right? I don't have to spend the snap path. I could just oust the worm coil. Alex Jet with the host for 39. Thank you so much. That's really kind. Oh, no, I should have gone for the snap. Yeah, because now if I entreat, we're not going to have... That was stupid of me. Yeah, it is white-white. Don't think we want to do it. No, I don't think we want to do it. That was terrible. That was terrible. Just let him have Worm Coil for a turn. What's the worst that'll happen? No, I should have gone for the end step snap path because there was a small % chance, right? This is when we were running the double entreat. There was a small % chance I could top an entreat. That's why it was greedy. Oh man, do I keep trying to fight to keep him off Tron? It seems like a losing battle. Always is, right? Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, it's not like I'm burn or anything like that, right? I mean, we can let him get a Worm Coil attack in. It's not overpowered for us. Or it's not hard for us to overcome him gaining 6 life. So maybe that's a waste. It's probably a waste. Yeah, it was probably a waste. Yeah, then he Karns. Alright, Worm Coil, sure. Yeah, I probably didn't need to. I mean, I like fighting over the map. I don't know if I needed to bounce Worm Coil. I might have been better off just drawing a card. Probably. Like, I don't really like ousting unless we know we're going to get a shuffle effect in the next couple of turns. I mean, opponent could do the shuffle effect for us. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to spend the Snapcaster yet, though. I mean, his hand could be like dismembers, right? Excited to stream again. Just set up the. Nice, dude. If you ever have questions, man, let me know. Or if you want to maybe learn how to do it a different way. Well, actually, Young Dingo, that's right. You're a computer engineer. You don't need my help. You probably understand this way better than I do, friend. Uh-oh. Ulamog? Yep. So Ulamog's going to toast my 2 duels. Can we still function? I could even, like, cryptic my own prairie stream. Like, counter the Ulamog, bounce my stream. So I think we might need that extra white mana. What about counter return? Blue. Might as well tap this because it's going away. I think we need the other white source. Don't forget you can bounce your snap. Yes, bouncing snap might be fine, although I suspect that there's a... I just have this feeling in my bones that he... Oh, we could Azorius Charm the Worm Coil. I just had this feeling in my bones that he's got Dismember in his hand. Probably not, though. Alright, kick it back. Yeah, maybe we should go for the greedy play. Oh, look at that, 100 points. Nice. Yeah, maybe we should... Sylvan's crying. We just can't keep him off it. Well... That does shuffle away the Worm Coil that I have to deal with in a couple of turns. But that would be Tron. That would be Tron. Unlikely, I think. Yeah. It is a bit unlikely. Him having Tron is fine. Just counter the gas. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably navigating this poorly. So he plays the Worm Coil. Yeah, we probably should just let him have Tron, right? Because since we're blue-white control. So we can fight through some of the things. Alright, Jace. So Jace has an interesting interaction with the Azorius Charm that I wanted to test. We'll see if we get to do it. 1, 2, 3. Jace. Jace Storm. If I Azorius Charm the Worm Coil on top, we actually get to... Alright, put the Entreats back. Colonnade. Kick it back to my opponent. If I put the Worm Coil on top of his library, I get to Jace Fate Seal it away. Which is kind of cool. It's still too cute. We'll have to find a different way. I mean, Oust does that too, is the thing. Somebody wrote about Oust and Jace and Field of Ruin. And Field is not a May. As long as the field resolves... Alright, let's put this on top. As long as it resolves, it doesn't... Wait, did you just get 100 points? I did just get 100 points. Azorius Charm your Snapcaster? Block with Snap, Charm the Snap? Ooh, it is ore blocking creature. Yeah, it's not just attacking. It's not as... oh, is this a... Karn? Is this Ulamog? What do you got? Ballista for 5. Okay. Snap's dead. I'm assuming Jace is dead. Oh, thanks for that follow, Nippon. How'd the Esper draft end up? We lost to a Rampy deck. It was like a red-green Rampy. Alright, so there's the Entreat. But if I Entreat... we don't get to Fate Seal away the Worm Coil, but maybe that's okay. I mean, I have Gideon and Ruined Halo. Maybe I just go ahead and make a ton of Angels and he just can't stop it, right? We know he's drawing to a Worm Coil. How many Angels are we making? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's at 23. He can grow Ballista somewhat. He doesn't have Tron, so he can go 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can make this a 6/6. Oh, sorry, no, it's 4 for the activation. He can do it twice. Just go for it. Win in 2 turns. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like we can back this up with Gideon and Jace and Halo, I suppose. Let's do it. 5 angels, please. Magic Orc says you're not holding anything. Alex thinks make all the angels too. Yeah, I think you're right, Alex. Just put the clock on the table. Hey, here they are. Maybe we can get there. All right, so that's an Emrakul. Well, that would do it. That would. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Emrakul with Promise Send's pretty good. So he gets to like Jace bounce one of our angel tokens at worst. We'll see what he does. Trying to think of the way he could really screw our turn. I mean, he could like waste the Halo. He could play Gideon. No, he wouldn't play Gideon. I think what he's going to do is try to screw up our Jace, right? Or my Entreat. He could screw up our Entreat. I think you could, technically can do it for 0. I'm going to put a controversial opinion out there and say making 5 angels is a good play. Well, arbitrary armor, that's controversial. Alright, he Jace bounces his Emrakul, plays it again. Ooh. That's clever too. Let's see if he sees that line. Is that like the best thing you could possibly do, Alex, that you can see? Bouncing his own Emrakul is bad. Yeah, so he's going to pay for 0. He did at least see that. I think you're supposed to waste my Jace as well. It's not worth it. Yes, Emrakul eats an angel. Yep. Seems fair. Okay, so he didn't do all that scary of stuff, right? We got a lot of tools here. How do we work through this? Opponent's drawing to a Worm Coil Engine. That's his next draw, right? Or he's already drawn it, excuse me. Yeah, because the scrying didn't resolve. So his hand is a Worm Coil. I think you just Jace bounce Emrakul. Ruined Halo Emrakul. Oh, it is target player, isn't it? Target opponent during... Yeah, target opponent. So you like bouncing Emrakul with Jace, and then Haloing Emrakul the Promised End? Yeah, I don't have enough white to do like both like Settle and Gideon or Gideon and Ruined Halo. Well, the Jace could find us that much white mana, is the thing. But if we're going to do the other line you were thinking... I mean, is this supposed to be Gideon that we're doing here? I'm thinking. Let's see, we got 16 damage in the air. If we just bounce this Emrakul. But then you don't have enough mana? Well, no, I could go... Yeah, we can go for Jace bounce and play Gideon on Ballista. Gideon plus Ruined Halo is 5 mana. Well, what about... Hang on a second. What about Gideon... What about Jace bounce Emmy? No, then he'll just recast the Emmy. And then we're screwed. My electricity might go out again. It is really storming outside, guys, I swear. Well, okay, Jace bounce, make sure we can get in with the Angels this turn. So I think that's where we need to start. And it's just a matter of do we want to go with Gideon or Halo. Return the Emrakul. We Halo... Oh, he can settle my Angels now? Alright, Austin says, Gideon uptick on Emrakul, smash for 15, Jace plus them. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, Gideon would make the Emrakul not do anything. Well, no, Emrakul could still block our angels. Oh, yeah, the angel wouldn't die, though. An angel wouldn't die. Well, now we have to do the Ruined Halo line, right? Well, it's not that Emrakul does nothing. Yeah, no, we probably were still just supposed to slam Gideon, weren't we? Alright. Well, yes, he can still cast it, but we won't make him take the... He can't target us with the ability on it. Yeah, we have to cast the Halo since we made the mistake. Magic says, but casting Emrakul does nothing here now. Well, he's got Tron now, so that's a huge ballista. That's like a ginormous ballista if he wants it to be. I mean, we know Jace is most certainly dead because we didn't answer the ballista. We still win here potentially. Well, let's do the count. So these are all for 2 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 mana. 18 divided by 4. Oh, he's just going to cast the Emrakul. Okay. Worm Coil, sure. Huh. Yeah, my bad. No, I think the Jace Gideon line actually might have been better. Young says he'll just kill you with ballista. Did he have let's see, ballista was at 1. We did the math, we said it was 18 into 4. So that's 4 pumps. So he swings for 5 and then deals us 5. Were we at 10 or less life? No, he did not have lethal. I don't remember what his life total was now. Or my life total was now. That we boarded. Started boarding. He had 16. So he was at 7 and I was at 16. Okay, cool. Interesting. How do we board for this matchup? Alright, Charm is kind of eh. Mana Leak, they tend to outclass. Settle, there may be better tools for us in our sideboard. Okay, we definitely want Stonies. That's easy. That's the easy part. Like, what are the other tools for this matchup? Strokes? Negate? Are these the things that we need? He'll bring in Relic of Progenitus. In fact, it probably was already in his main board, so... Not that I cut Snaps or Search for Skanta, of course. I'm just saying that Wall of Omen seems weak. Yeah, that's an easy cut. It's too early for math. What time is it where you're at, Young Dingo? It's 3:44 for me in the morning. Halo was sweet there because we got to name Emrakul, but like I don't think it's correct. Disenchant maybe? Never heard of Automod? It's okay. I think it's maybe annoying for some of my mods because they have to like either okay things or deny things. It makes it easy though because a lot of my mods, are still like, only able to be on when I start like at 8 p.m. or they're only able to be here when I'm really early, so. How do I get the deck list on the side? Oh, that's streamdecker.com. There you go, Alex Jet. Check that out, StreamDeckerBot. Click on streamdecker.com. You should use it. You're a streamer. Boom. Easy. Easy mode. Do we want D-Sphere? Maybe if something slips through. I don't really want Oust. I want maybe some number of path. Maybe like 3 paths is the sweet spot. We're on the East Coast, am I? I'm East Coast, Virginia. This hand seems pretty bad, huh? Seems like this folds to Tron pretty easily. This hand seems a bit better if we can to hit that tasty mana source. Alright, now I use Stream Decker. I don't know how to get on the side. It is an app for Twitch. Yeah, it's an extension. It sounds like Young Dingo's using it. Map, okay. Yeah, you have to be on a certain platform though to Tron. Yeah, you got to be on a certain platform though to be able to see it. Okay, we have double spreading seas. We could fight over his towers. Since we have double C. I mean, you have to pick one at this point if we don't do anything. Like Slogonaut doesn't do anything yet. We'll go after the towers. He hasn't done any searching yet, so that's my plan. Gonna keep going after those towers. Sounds like something brewing down in the Mideast too. Yeah, I've got stuff going on. Ooh, Field of Ruin off the top. Ooh, a piece of candy. Let's see what the reveal is. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Oh, okay. So he just naturally has another tower in his hand, so that's scary. So the way he's going to sequence this is he's going to play the power plant next. Yep, and then he'll get to play tower unimpeded. Yep. Now, here's something to think about. I have a reasonable counterspell now. I could theoretically just go field go, wait for him to play out the tower, counter the play that he's going to make with the Urza's tower, then field or spreading seas the tower. Oh, or he doesn't. What? Stirrings? Okay. Would I ever play a viewer list? It's Jun, but with a weird twist. I'd definitely at least look at it, Earthbound's Eric. I play, the viewer decks that I play are more so, yeah, it's fine. I play sub decks. That's how I kind of like to do it. The Game Wisp program I use. Oh, okay. He doesn't want to pop it yet. I mean, I still like going after just one Tron piece if possible. Like focusing on one. I think I'd rather just focus on one Tron piece. I think his plan is to O-Stone the seas. It might very well be. Right, right. I mean, I feel good sitting on a sideboard disdainful stroke. This has been serving us pretty well. We've had, I think the most we've run of this card is just the 2 of. But I like it. So there's Tron. He's going to cast something scary. But we can counter it, and then we follow up with... So you're saying he's going to stone away my C, so we should use the Field of Ruin instead? You should end a turn Ruin? Will I get banned for posting links? No. You can post a link. Why don't you end a turn Ruin, then D-Sphere? Swag Tusk. I mean, that's not the big scary thing I was thinking it was going to be, but I do technically want to counter this. Oh, it would have been last turn? Oh, okay. I got you. So we can Serum Visions into Spreading Seas? It's not good enough with the O-Stone. Oh, the delay is huge tonight, Young Dingo. You don't even know the half of it, my friend. I had to reboot both my stream and my OBS when I lost electricity at my house. It was bad. The storm is really bad. You don't know the half of it. You don't even know the half of it, Young Dingo. You don't even know the half of it, my friend. Let's see. I'm trying to think what we're supposed to do. The issue now is I don't have the ability... I mean, I guess you just cut him on tower here and you hope that he doesn't have another tower naturally. Feels weak, but we won game 1. There's still a 3rd game to be played. Actually gonna greedily go with Island because I want to cast this Visions. So we need to make another land drop this turn if possible. Yep. Alright, so there's an Entreat, there's a Stony, but a little bit too late. We need the land drop though. Not that I should bottom Stony, it's just I need more action. I'm sure we're dead, by the way. Top. I have a family that lives in California, Young Dingo. They love it there. Yeah, Virginia weather can be crazy. Alright, I'll scoop to it. We got another game to play. The thing is even if I had the disdainful stroke for the Ulamog, we still lose. Yeah, our mold of 6 was mediocre, right? It was okay. Do we want to make any changes? You guys see any sideboard cards that are jumping out at you? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? They sometimes, Mono Green Tron sometimes has Thought Knot Seers out of the board. I don't know if that's enough reason to consider Halo. It's a little funky, but trust me, I've done a lot of testing and it plays very well. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm always happy to take a look at deck lists, Earthbound. It's kind of what our show is also about, definitely, looking at deck lists. So it's like Young Pyro Jund. Okay. So you got the Split of Lilies. Claim to Fame. You know, I've actually seen people jamming around with that card. So Claim to Fame returns everything in your list from Goyf to Young Pyro to Flayer, right? Claim to Fame is like CMC 2 or less to the battlefield. Return to the battlefield. Yeah. It looks like fun, man. I have seen people brew around with this card. Just 2 Blood Braids? Okay. Alright. I dig it. Modern's a fast format. Makes sense to me. You got a Thrun, Damnation. Okay. Looks sweet, man. I don't know if I'm in the mood to play Jund anytime soon, but that looks sweet. Gotta play Summer. Yeah, we gotta play Dismissal for the Eldrazi's. That's the plan, right? Alright, we're gonna submit here. I don't think there's any changes I want to make. Yeah, it looks sweet, Earthbound. I'd love to be on the play. Oh, wow. Oh, baby, let's keep it. Let's keep this. This seems fine. It says 3 of our mana denial elements. It's kind of where you want to be. Yeah, claim is block, return target creature, CMC 2 or less to the battlefield. It seems sweet. Also, there's a giant black bar on screen. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me find it. Let me see what's causing it. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that is. Alright, hold up. The heck is that? Huh. Oh, it's gone now. No, I don't know what that was, but I got rid of it, whatever it was. Let's see. I don't think we just slam the, like this Glacial Fortress is going to be slow mana. I think we want to get that out of the way now. Because there's no guarantee we're going to get, yeah. There's no guarantee I'm going to draw a basic for the Fortress. This rarely has come up for us, but it does every once in a while. That's very true. Everyone panic! His deck list was a virus! Panic! I was like, what was that? Double map? Okay. Well, you're not winning the game this turn, opponent. Alright, let's play Field of Ruin, kick it back. Wait, why are you saying everyone panic? What's going on? Did I lose internet in my house? I embedded my link with virus downloadmoreram.com. That seems scary. Earthbound, I thought you were a friend. Alright, so we went with Urza's mine. Okay, so mine was the choice. Still like continuing to go after tower. Because even in the event that he does manage to assemble Tron, it's the one that produces the most mana, of the ones that are still remaining. Oh, I know they're just trolling, Ghosty. I think the other problem, right, like we had that run-in earlier, or Irish exit or whatever, we had that run-in earlier on stream. I think the problem is I don't do a good job adding a lot of inflection to my voice when a joke. And that's something I need to work on, you know? Like, I think I need to add a little bit more, like, just like you guys, I think a lot of my chat could use a lot more kappa, like when you guys are making jokes. I think I need to add a little more inflection. I think a little more inflection could go a long way. You know, that's my own criticism for myself. Speaking of which, we could slam Jace here, can't we? Right? He's only one Tron piece. Always need more kappa. Kipo, yeah. I'll go ahead and criticize myself before I criticize chat. Like, I think I need more inflection. I think it'd be easier for you guys to tell when I'm being sarcastic. You don't need to change yourself to suit the chat. Yeah, I just don't really do a lot of inflection with my voice when I'm making jokes. Like, I'm very, what's the word? That's kind of deadpan. Not dry humor, but like, you know, you're just like, you make the joke and you don't make it obvious that you're making a joke, and you just kind of hope that the people around you are following the conversation to be like, wait a minute, wait, that was a joke, and then it's funny. Anyway, these jokes wouldn't need a kappa without the delay. I also have a deadpan delivery. Yeah, and some people don't get it, and it's fine. Exactly. Yeah, that's true, Ghosty. That's very true. Right, since we've changed the face cam, like, you guys may have stopped getting my jokes. Maybe I should just Fate Seal. Well, he's about to shuffle. Maybe if I leave the card, he won't crack the map. All right, we're J-storming. Goblin side, quick, Fate Seal. Yeah, but he's about to shuffle. You're probably not wrong. Brainstorm super greedy. I know, but was I supposed to Fate Seal myself? Because he's about to shuffle with the map. So I don't really like Fate Sealing my opponent, Goblin Guy. There was merit to Fate Sealing ourselves. Don't forget my clock. I know. We got this. Maybe not. It is Tron after all. Alright, so the search was tower. Now I like the Fate Seal. We can plan out our turn based on what we see. Forest. No, you can have that. Spread them. Ooh, I was supposed to actually, because we have a logic. Well, I don't have no graveyard yet. That's why I think logic is so bad in blue-white sometimes. Like, you don't really fill the yard very quickly. It's not like your Jeskai. It's a very different beast, I found. We keep going back and forth on this logic knot. Anyway, we're holding up negate, so this is fine. Another land? Does that change anything? Don't really want these, actually. Hey, there's another counterspell relevant for this matchup. Sweet. Oh, no wonder I don't have a graveyard. Dur. But, I mean, I don't think you can cut Logic Knot in this matchup despite the relic. I mean, we have Stonies. We have ways to turn that off. It's probably like Thragtusk. Yeah. Could ignore it. Could just like path it and then he just has a token. Yeah, exactly. That's where Logic feels so much better. I agree. I've added some more fetches to help with the Delph. Oh yeah, Goblin Guy, you play this deck, don't you? That's right. Sylvan Scrying. I'm gonna bottom that. Do I keep taking him off Tron? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to spend my other Spreading Seas. Like, maybe I'm just supposed to hit with the Colonnade? Alright, well, what was the one that was searched for? I think he searched for Power Plant at some point. Yeah, he searched for Mine. We'll go after Mine. What else are you going to use the Seas on? I know, we do need to cast it. Island Go. Are we gonna get to the point where I'm just hard casting these knots? Maybe. We hope this is like a worm coil. All right, so we can logic for 2. It's the best it's gonna do, I think. Stream. I feel like I'm more calm about this than you guys are. You guys are all like, "Oh my God, your clock stream!" or "BrewSpy, your clock." I'm just like, yeah, but it's like 4 in the morning for me. I'm kind of like pretty chill at this point. I mean, if we lose, we lose, you know? All right, so we should field before we J seal. Could even like have Jace brainstormed then done the, but we want to go up on this. You guys are a little bit panicked about the whole clock thing, and I totally understand. I totally get that. We have less than 3 minutes of time. You can have a dismember. That's fine. I get it. I get it. I understand the freak out, right? This is Tron, right? It's Tron. This is scary stuff. Sure. This is scary stuff. Opponent is a Tron deck. Right? We could easily lose here. But that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, stream, you know? You just got to roll with the punches. Versus mine. I think you can have that. Let's see, colonnade attack? Is that greedy? Yeah, it's super greedy. Let's do it. Going for the dismember I gave you? Sure. Rip colonnade. Colonnade down. It's probably another swag tusk. Maybe something scarier? Karn? If they ballista next turn, it's GG. I feel like he should have cycled this relic so far. Actually, I should have exiled the colonnade, but I'm just clicking. Yeah, ballista could be game. Oh, stone. We're going to bottom that one. I mean, it's Tron. You know, we did what blue-white does. We disrupted his mana a little bit, tried to ult Jace. He's getting to look at 2 fresh cards, and maybe we're dead. You don't fret over that stream. You don't lose sleep over that, you know? The fact that he's like still cycling things tells me he didn't find it just yet. Maybe he found it now. Nope, didn't find it. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, like, is blue-white a good answer for Tron? I would say no. I don't think so. Draw some cards, drawing all the cards. Want to draw so many cards stream, so many cards. All right, your move. And I think it's good if you don't panic, right? If you know you're down on time in Magic, that's when you got to take a deep breath and just don't panic. You don't panic. Brew, I don't think you understand the general's public overwhelming hatred towards Tron. You don't panic. You Jace ult him. And when Tron loses, people will rejoice. Alright, we got there. Not Nice. Alright. Yeah, we Dream Crushed Tron. That's not usually my style. Because we couldn't prize anymore with that. But sometimes you Dream Crush Tron. Sometimes you go to bed at 4 in the morning. Rejace. They hug puppies? What? You played it well? Thanks, Goblin Guy. I don't feel like I did anything special. I feel like Jace carried me. Carry me, Jace. Carry me on... Or carry me on my wayward Jace. You know? Like, carry me home on my wayward Jace. I don't think I did anything special there, stream. I think Jace carried us home. Jace took it home. Where's the latest list? I'm trying to find my latest list of this we were working on. It's certainly not this one, is it? No, it's not this one. Right? Oh no, maybe it is. Hold up. No. Yes? Yes. Yep, it's this one. You didn't greet out on Brainstorm? Legacy players play Modern always want to delay the Brainstorm. I mean, if it's Tron, though, we have to try to ult, right? We're not gonna... Our cards just aren't as good as their cards. It's just how it is. You know? I mean, the expense of why their cards are so good, if they have to play a very restricted mana base. I mean, like, you know, people hate on Tron, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, they have a pretty restricted mana base. And the way they get around that is through the eggs and through all this, you know, all these hoops they have to go through. I'm not trying to pitch Tron and say, oh, like, we got to defend the Tron players, but it's like, there are hoops that have to be jumped through in order to achieve 7 mana on turn 3. Beat the clock. Oh, thanks, Dingo. Yeah, but something like this is where I was thinking of taking the next list. I think this is a lot less cute than what I've been playing. This is a lot more stock blue-white, which is fine. Alright, so now's a good time for me to give you guys an announcement. I might be playing in a Star City Games team event in March with my buddies. Dear friends of mine, I've been playing Magic with them for years. We've known each other since high school. And I might be our Modern specialist. We haven't decided whether Patrick or Duncan is going to be on Standard and which one is going to be on Legacy, but they want me to be the Modern specialist. I don't know what I'm going to play. Sounds like fun? Yeah. Alright, we're playing Set Adrift after complaining about not having a graveyard. Yeah, I know, right? Actually, you know what we should do? I should probably either choose between one of these delve spells or just not run either. It's very possible that that's what we're supposed to do. I just don't know if I like it in blue-white, the delve spells, even Logic Knot. I mean, like, I don't think it's too greedy to run one game one, but after board, yeah, they get a lot greedier. I feel like Duncan should be our Standard guy. What makes you say that, Dodo? I mean, you're going to play Goblins, right? 5 fetches doesn't support Jace and Knot. I don't think so either. Should I be on more... Alright, Sean, I'm on 7 fetches to make Logic Knots viable. 5 fetches won't support. Okay. So we can cut my meme land. We can cut the Prairie Stream. We haven't needed it. Okay, I have other blue fetches we can run. See, I'm okay. If you guys make a good argument in the chat, I'm okay cutting like cards, even if they're pet cards. Like that was my pet land, you know? Sometimes I like to have a pet land too. Alright. Another blue fetch, right? These need to be blue fetches, right? Not white fetches. That's 6. That's 6 fetch. Play Relentless Thrumming Stone Rats. I don't know about that. Oh, we liked the Search for Escanta so much that we added a second one. Yeah, I like that. So 5 fetches won't support you, Jason. Not okay. 5 mana Gideon probably be better than Elspeth. See, I don't know. We talked about that, right? We talked about Elspeth being in the sideboard, if at all, and then maybe just main board Gideon. I don't know if I even want either of those in my main deck. Like I still kind of prefer the extra Jace or maybe even just the Entreat. I mean, like, people are one for wanting planeswalkers right now. I don't know if you understand arbitrary armor. It's a scary place for planeswalkers in modern right now. A lot of people are gunning for walkers. It's weird. I see a lot of like the Juns and the Grixis decks like swapping some of their Terminates into Dreadbores. I see a lot of your Juns or your Abzans turning a lot of their, well, they were already turning their Abrupt Decays into Maelstrom Pulses, but they're adding extra Maelstrom Pulses. This makes me want to play Empty the Pits. Up to you. I went down to 2 planes from 3 planes, decided on 7 blue fetch. And you went Strand, Mesa. Oh, should I be running more white fetch? So you actually cut a planes? Really? How many islands were you on? Yeah, but if they dreadboard your Jace, your Gideon lives. Gideon can minus and still be at 4 loyalty. That's true. That's very true. He does come in with 6, and so he can kill something and not die to bolt, whereas Jace dies to bolt unless you go up. I mean, Elspeth doesn't have that issue, though. I mean, well, okay, if you Elspeth minus, she does have that issue. That's true. She does get bolted. If you minus. But, I mean, if you're minusing Elspeth, you need her as a sweeper, and you're probably in trouble anyway. If you're usually plussing with Elspeth. Play 5 island, 2 planes. So this split, you like? Okay. We'll talk about it. I don't know if we want one or the other, and I don't know. The reason I went to 2 Jaces in this build is because I only actually have 2 Jaces that I can get my hands on right now. Well, let's go ahead and put the 3rd one in. We've liked 3rd Jace. Well, you know, 2 might be the sweet spot though. I felt like plenty of games that 3 was too many. Why don't you play an Ojutai? If I play an Ojutai, I'd play the land that untaps our Search for Iskanta. Sure is great. Young Dingo says, wait, so brew subs get 1 brew deck a month? Yes. You get 1 a month. You have a concept? Sure, man, hit me. What do you want? I am the builder, you are the customer. What would you like? What about Minamo? Yeah, Minamo's cool, ghosty hosty. You can do fun things with it with Ojutai. Ojutai is a lot of fun. Card's fine even if you don't have a Minamo. It's bonkers if you do. Oh, Setter Drift gets a lot weaker if we're only going to run that many Jaces, too. Alright, let's just try to pull off the knot and add more fetches, right? Let's see, Delta, Tarn, Strands. I'll add 1 Arid Mesa. Or it just needs to be... Actually, I can add like a... Marsh Flats, actually, might look better. Just needs to be a white fetch, right? We need like 1 more white fetch and then 2 more blue fetch. Is kind of the idea. Alright, I want to play a Farah in Jeskai Flash. Huh. Castos an interesting choice. I like the cast out. Alright, hold up, Goblin Guy. I've been assigned. Alright, we'll try Gideon instead of Elspeth for now, I guess. I'm going to screenshot this if you want to play it. Oh, we need 1 more card. What is it supposed to be? What is it supposed to be, stream? The extra entreat? No, I only like 1 entreat if we're going to only run 2 Jays. So probably should be like another serum. I don't like having too much air in my blue-white deck, though. Why not just run Ojutai? How's your Jund matchup? Feels good, Dumbo, if I draw and treat the Angels. That's why I liked having a 1 or 2 of. It feels a lot harder if we don't hit like our walkers and our sweepers. For example, like this Wrath was in the board for a long time. And then we were like considering mainboarding another element like a Halo or Elspeth or... I mean, if you want to be better against Jund, you put all the walkers in the main. A lot of the relevant walkers for Jund, you just slam them into the main deck. I'd like one more counter spell. I don't know what it should be. I mean, the second negate could even be main decked in blue-white. It's not crazy. I've seen as many as 2. And then you free up another sideboard slot, and that slot could be an extra D-sphere for now until we figure out a better card. I think it is a different card. In fact, because we have main board cast out, I kind of prefer. For a while, I liked the main board click because you could like put the entreat back into the deck. Hedges us a little bit against combo game 1, besides the negates and the other pieces of permission. But hold tight. I need to brew this. So I'm gonna brew some sort of a Faro deck. What about Remands? All right, there you go. And one of these needs to go back into the sideboard. Probably Elspeth. At least Gideon Jura can carry Gideon of the Trials emblem. I think that's fair. Okay, so I'm going to screenshot this, and then I'm going to brew Dingo's deck, and then we're going to go bed. It is early my time. It is 4:17 a.m. What are you doing up? Speaking of which, why are you still awake, Dodo? Why are you still awake, friend? All right, and you probably want to add the 3rd colonnade. That's something else you should do if you want to be better against Jund. Anyway, Brew should brew a blue-white control with one-ofs. Seems difficult. It probably need to splash black and play teachings then. And you'd have to let me play multiple teachings. Alright, so new deck. This is a young Dingo Afara. For modern, I'm assuming? You said I could even put some Jaces in there? Alright. So Farah, okay, so what are elements that, are we going to animate a Farah? Do we have any goal to animate her? So she's your pet card, huh? Are there any modern legal cards that encourages one-ofs besides Gifts Ungiven? It's probably just Teachings. Teachings used to exist in modern when it was slower. This one. Alright, let's get a look-see at this guy. Girl. God. Card. 4 mana indestructible 6/5. As long as your devotion white and blue is less than 7, Afar isn't a creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you had another creature under the battlefield on your control last turn, draw a card. So this wants to see... This wants... Okay. Alright. No, we don't need to animate her. You just need this card. So we're going to be Jeskai, right? Alright. Feel like this could work well with Bitter Blossom too? Nah, we're going to be Jeskai. We're going to run a Norin. I don't know how else we're going to utilize Norin. I'm working on that part. What about Snaps and Clicks? We'll find another way to utilize the Norin. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't fleshed the idea out yet, stream. Don't let it happen. Just let it happen. Do we get like Geist of St. Drafts too? Norm with the mirror thing, right? Maybe. I don't know if we're going that deep yet. He's going into the think tank. So Restos, Quellers and Cliques. Geist? We're gonna have Geist in here, right? I'm okay with her just drawing cards. And how many of her do you want to run? Like, is the next question. It's like 3 Geist in the 75? What about Finks? What about Wall of Omens? Okay. What about Geists, Quellers, and Swords? You got really excited when you said that. You need more slow cards. You're going to try to maximize Afara. What about Spell Stutter Sprite? That's cool. Good point, Ghosty. Thinks helps with your devotion. Click helps with your devotion. I mean, the thing is if she's your build-around card, you need to utilize every side of her, right? At least in the first build, don't you want to go as deep as possible? This is a 6/5 indestructible. This is bigger than Hazoret. So you need 7. Well, she produces 2 devotion of her own. So, I mean, this would kind of favor... I mean, these are all 2 devotion for her. All of these cards are 2 devotion for Afara, actually. Jace would help with your devotion. Bramaz. Bramaz makes more dudes. That's true. Bramaz is interesting to think about. Can't forget Snapcaster Mages. Yeah, Snapcaster Mage is 1 devotion. Spellstutter Sprite is 1 devotion. Alright, enough memeing aside. Enough memeing aside. This is just a pile of 3-drops, though. So we'll have to figure this beast out. What do the early stages of the deck need to look like? Are we just like a typical Jeskai? Are we just going to be like Serum Visioning? Like what's our early game look like? I think Norn comes back every turn, right? Or is it just once? It's of the next end step. So how does that interact with Afara again? At the beginning of each upkeep, if you had another creature enter the battlefield under your control last turn, draw. So like Norn's kind of cool though, because like you could play a more spell heavy version. Like this is a more creature heavy version, right? But like Norn would let us stay relatively high on spells, and as we cast our spells, he flickers and gains us cards. So, and your opponents can't interact with it. Granted, your opponents can't interact with any of these either. I still like this idea, but might need to find more synergy. You could also just play Esper. I'll assemble the Legion. Yeah, Lingering Souls is interesting too. Well, hold up. So, fundamentally, Jeskai Flash. Jeskai Flash. Jeskai Flash. Correct. The build-around card itself does not have Flash. Bramaz lets us draw a card in their turn. If it blocks, yeah. If Bramaz blocks, yeah. But Norn could too. Because this is happening end step and Afara is not checking until that upkeep. Right? Yeah. This looks like 2012 Jeskai Twin. Hold up. Hey, what's up, Kroll? Alright, hang on a second. You're onto something there. Why are we in Angels? We're in Angels because they're ridiculous with a card called Kiki-Jiki. That's why we're on Angels. Am I going to do F&M today? I might, Chris. I need to borrow a deck, though. I don't have a paper mono deck right now. What about Cord? What about Coco? Suzubi? I don't know if that's what, like, Young Dingo envisioned, though. I think Young Dingo is envisioning more of, like, a Jeskai Flash. I like Jeskai Flash having, like, an Oops, I Win if they're going to be running Angels. Just a couple of Kiki-Jikis. Seems fine. Run some Pestermite. What about Aven Mind Sensor? What about Deceiver? Do we want to get more aggressive, or do we want to get more controlling? So like when I saw these walls and kitchen finks, that seems more controlling. If we want to get a little bit more aggressive, it would be Pestermite. The benefit of Pestermite is if you want to do the whole fairy sub theme, you'd be doing it. I don't know if I'd run a playset, but yeah, if you want to do like a bit of a fairy sub theme, now you're onto something. Yeah, I mean that would be the reason to favor Deceiver Exarch over. This would be the reason, excuse me, to favor Pestermite over Deceiver Exarch is if you have some sort of necessary synergy. Thalia, if we go super heavy creatures. Thalia, okay. Well, right. I mean, it looks like more like an Aethervial deck now to me. It doesn't even look like a. Doesn't look like a Snapcaster deck anymore. Is the thing. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, it starts to look more like a creature thing. I mean, you know what this reminds me of? I used to play. You guys remember Wizards? I used to play. It was like you'd run the Wizard Cycler and you'd run Aethervials, and it kind of played like a blue, sort of like a variant of Eternal Command. Beatles makes a face. Yeah, I think the world is ending. That's what that sound means. This is starting to look more like an Aethervial deck. Can we put an Aetherling in the board? What about Vials? What about this card? Well, the thing is these creatures already have flash, so isn't this redundant? Like all of them except for Ifara. That's kind of the issue. Going too deep. Probably too deep. Yeah, I don't know, Dingo. I don't know if we... I don't know. Just hold up. Hold up. This is your build around. This is our build around. I really do see this going two ways. I really do see like doing like a Jeskai Norin deck where you get to run all the spells and the goodies and you just let Afara plus Norin be the engine. Or I see this as you go into enough creatures that you're going to be triggering her, right? Like either we find an interaction and a way to still play all the normal Jeskai spells. This would be a way to theoretically do that. And then find maybe one other card that Norn also synergizes with, and run a spell-heavy build of Jeskai, or you go into like mono creatures so that you're triggering her every turn. I think you would need to make that decision. You want to play Bolt and Helix, quality spells? All right, then let's do that. Easy peasy. You've decided on the creature suite of Snapcaster Mage. Congratulations. And a couple of Norns. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Don't need Cascade Bluffs if we're not casting Kiki Jikis. So what's the other card that synergizes with Norn? It's the one that makes creatures, right? Mirror tokens. It's a little bit weaker now that we have Culligan's Command in the format, but that doesn't mean it's unplayable. It could be like your Bitter Blossom without having to pay life. Unified Will. For just mono creatures. Yeah, I think the mono creatures is interesting, but I think that he wants to go a different way, so let's try to go a different way. It seems to me that young Dingo wants to go a different way. Yeah, Genesis Chamber, there it is. So I wouldn't necessarily run the playset of Gen Chamber, because like if you're like a control shell, you really only need to see the first chamber, so like maybe one or two. They do stack, however. Alright, so 2 drops, 1 drops. So Lightning Bolt, Helix, maybe Jace. Yeah, you think it's called Genesis? Yeah, you are correct, sir. It is called Genesis Chamber. Now, I know you're sitting there like, well, BrewSpy, can the Jeskai shell really support 6 cards worth of jank? The answer is absolutely yes. Usually, though, that 6 cards of jank is stuff like Secure the Wastes, Sphinx's Revs that are good in some matchups, but others you never live long enough to cast. It could be Elspeths, it could be Gideons, it could be... Note I didn't put Jace in that jank pile, but certainly like the classic Jeskai list would have, you know, like 4 or 5 card of, I would consider not unplayable jank. It's jank that really only will work if you slow the game down long enough. And I love it. I love playing Jeskai. I've played Jeskai for years. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm just telling you how it is. Like it's jank that's going to be uncastable in some of your matchups, and you just side it out, and that's fine. Like, you need it there because you need to have some late game jank against other decks in the format. Now, here's the issue with this build: is we're not eating the entire Afara. Like, we're not getting the entirety of her card, which is Devotion, right? And that's okay. Like, unless you do the creature build, Young Dingo, I don't see you getting that side of her. But this in theory would certainly trigger her on both turns. Unless your opponent literally decides not to cast a spell, you know? And there are other ways we could get away with trying to run fewer Norns. We could even do like some sort of a, oh, what's the word? No, I wouldn't do that. Could we just go tempo though? You could go more tempo if you wanted to, Young Dingo. The most main deckable tempo cards would be Clicks and Quellers. Yeah, if you wanted to go more Jeskai tempo, I would recommend Clicks and Quellers. I wouldn't necessarily recommend Resto Angel right now. Yeah, and you could do like a suite of Logic Knots. And if you're going to go tempo, then you favor Remand, play some Geists. Okay. Okay. You want Geist again? How many? Yes, if you want to go more Jeskai tempo, yeah. Okay, okay. I mean, if you're running Geist, then I like Angel again, because Geist, you need to like mono remove their creatures in order for them to get in some matchups, so... Flying is not irrelevant in Modern. Flying is not irrelevant in Modern. I mean, I'd still jam some number of Geists, even still. How many Cryptics you want? 2? Yeah, if you're into tempo, we could certainly tailor this to be more so tempo. Like, how many Cryptics are we gonna run? 2, 3? This would be all the modes of Afara, though? Yeah, I mean, so you've included more creatures that have higher devotion count than Snapcaster, right? So let's do the math. How many permanents would you have to resolve? And before, I mean, I have seen some Jeskai jamming a little bit of Spreading Seas, by the way. But, like, how many, oh, so what's your devotion now? So let's say we have an Afara. What else would this need to have with it? Do you also need a click? Okay, now your devotion is 4. We need 3 more. You still need 3 more, so you would also need to throw in a Snapcaster and a Queller or a Geist. So your board state would still need 3 other permanents, right? What if it was just 1 other? What if it's Click, Geist, Queller? Yeah, you get it there. So it would be Afara plus a few other permanents. Mantis Rider has 3 devotion. Well, no, Afara is specifically white and blue devotion. Mantis Rider has 2. Probably just 2 Cryptics? Okay. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. No worries. Yeah, maybe just 2 Electrolyze. It's a lot of Electrolyze if we're going to run this many other 3-drops. This could be really cool. I mean, I don't know how it would function. Of course, you'd have to play it. Maybe you want extra Spell Snares because we're more low to the ground. Yeah, I mean, maybe you favor Remand because you're... why don't you run some Spirit Mantles? I mean, you could run some jank like... God, what is it? a 1 of Godsend. Then I like the 2 or 3 of Geist. Steel of the God Hand? Yeah. You could wear it on the Queller or the Geist. It's like a fun of. Might just want to be in the sideboard, though, in matchups where you know the Geist won't be able to get in. That's a fun of. It's one of my favorite pet cards to play alongside Geist of St. Drafts in Modern. Is like a 1 of Steel of the God Hand. Maybe not in the main board, but this would also add a little bit of devotion. Not much. Same amount of devotion as Snap. What do you think? Maybe you favor Remand even more so than Knots. Maybe you only want like 2 hard counter Knots and you just want more Remand, like 2 or even 3. Does Steel give 2 of devotion? I don't think so. Well, wait a minute. If Steel gives 2 devotion, let's read this. It is hybrid. Tidebinder would be too cute. Maybe not Diabeetles. Young Dingo says, why not just cut the Norn engine? Oh, but the first Norn is potentially so sweet. Are you sure? We don't have to have the Genesis chambers. You do have to be careful that your opponent's decks could get more benefits from this. Are you sure you don't want just the Miser's Norn? This is sweet, though. Like the turns you don't draw a creature, like this still triggers your Afara. Are you sure? Right, we're putting him in the think tank. He's in the think tank. Are you sure you want to cut that? Are you sure? All right. Did you like the idea of Steel? All right. Anyway, not gonna beat a dead horse. Celestial Colonnade. Keep it for the memes. Yeah, and you can cut it in your build. You can cut it in your build. I just think there's a little cool bit of synergy there, and like, I don't know if Afar has ever really been paired with him in the deck before. You're just doing that to make me happy, aren't you? Clever dingo. The clever dingo. Manipulating me. I'm just kidding, man. Alright, Scalding Tarn. I'm assuming that I'm going to be playing this deck. Uh-oh. I have to get the cards for this nonsense? Okay. It's going to be expensive. I'll see what I can do. I mean, I like Jeskai, so I don't mind doing some sort of Jeskai jank. Although I was doing the whole Jeskai. Actually, my last Jeskai list that 4-1 was a Jeskai Entreat list. Had three Jaces, 2 Entreats. But we can see if we can make it with this jank. It's wonderful jank. I should stop using the word jank because some people think that's a bad thing. Still seems good if it gives 2 devotion. I don't know how that works. I don't know if hybrid give. Well, I don't even know if we want verdicts. We're gonna blow up all our own dudes. Ooh, we're a Settle the Wreckage deck. Yeah. Could also loan you the cards. That'd be sweet. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna play this tonight. I'd probably want to go to bed soon, but I'm certainly down to brew this. We're like a Settle the Wreckage deck, right? We only want to get rid of their dudes. What about Skantas? Okay. Maybe like 1 or 2 Iskanta. Maybe we don't want double Spell Snare. Maybe we want more Remand or something else in that spot. Oh, Search for Skanta before it's flipped is indeed devotion for us. That's cool. How many fields can you get away with in Jeskai these days? Like 2? If we don't go into Anger the Gods, we actually have clean enough mana to consider more than even just 2, right? Maybe even a 3rd. Well, I'm going to use the card holder thing. Maybe I don't want 2 main board clicks. Maybe we want a split of the 2. trying to think of the reasons we're in this color combination, so hold up. I don't like mainboard steel necessarily. I think it's, if you're going to run it at all, it's probably still a sideboard card. You bring it in when you know you want to be on the heavy Geist plan and you want the Geists to be able to connect. It's like, if we're going to run steel, you definitely want access to more than just 2 Geist. But that's just opinion. I'm not, you know, not sure if that's precise, of course. I also spelled your name wrong. Yund Dingo. Lol. Alright, here we go. That was not on purpose. Sacred Foundry. Steam Vents. Yeah, I like Steel the Godhead a lot. I see a lot of people jam Geist and they never consider the card, but it's like it superpowers your Geist. It's like I see a lot of Geist decks, Ace, spend a lot of time, like in a lot of, they just try to draw so many cards and try to like find a way to remove every single one of their opponent's potential blockers through the Geist, and it's like, well, why don't you just make it so the Geist doesn't worry about blockers anymore? Anyway, no big deal. Like 2 or 3? If you're not going to play it tonight, I can always catch you another night. You going live, Young? I can host you. I don't know how many planes you want in this thing and mountains. I kind of like the first mountain if you're on that many Field of Ruin. It's always nice to be able to fix your colors based on this card. That's 24 lands, 3 colony, 3 field. Could always cut one. Might be greedy to run more than 2 or 3. As it is, anyways. So that's a 61. It's getting close. Settle could be sideboard. The Settles, excuse me, could be sideboard. Actually, that's a page out of Caleb Deward. He runs Settles in his Spirits deck, so that's kind of cool. And we flesh out the rest of our sideboard, so give me Stony Silence, maybe Engineered Explosives. I know those don't synergize together, but they do work in your sideboard. You need to be careful about explosives when you have this many permanents, but I still like it. Oh, okay, I got you, friend. I got you. Yeah, maybe Engineered Explosives, because we're Jeskai. We're 3 colors. Seems like an ideal sideboard card for us. Maybe some more stuff. So Queller counters the smaller stuff, but maybe we should run the Disdainfuls to counter the bigger stuff we're afraid of. We have liked a 2 of Disdainful in some of our lists recently. Just with the recent meta. And then what like Graveyard Hate do you want to run, or do you want to run any at all, right? Let's cut the 3rd Geist, actually. I still think you're going to like that Steel of the Godhead. Maybe not. I mean, if you can't put it on Geist, you have to put it on Queller. And if you can't put it on Queller, you'd have to put it on an animated Afara. So maybe it's still a little bit too greedy without 3 or more Geist. There's a reason to cut that then. I like this card a lot, but it's also usually only played when you have like 3 or 4 Geists at all. So maybe it's better if we just cut that particular meme. What about Relics? Yeah, Relics are always good. Yeah, Relic is always solid. Sideboard tech for Jeskai. Nothing wrong with it. It's steady. It's steady. You like Thundermaw? Ooh. Clear out those Lingering Soul tokens. Sounds sweet. All right. That'd be a fine start to the sideboard, and then we'll probably cut the meme Norin eventually, right? There's another way we could trigger a Farah, and we could do it in our mana base. I know somebody in chat's going to be like, BrewSpy, you're crazy, but I might even be willing to cut the Norin for a different way to trigger a Farah. Check this out. Check this out. The card's terribly underrated, but kind of cool when you have like a fourth or more of your deck as creatures. I would consider cutting one of our fields, because A, it's greedy, and B, we're not beating Tron anyway with this thing. That's just Jeskai. You can run some crumbles in your sideboard all you want. Like, you don't beat Tron with this deck. Usually. We could turn this into that land that makes tokens. What is it called? Mist something? I'll think of it in a bit. That did not help. There's so many things with Mist in Modern, or in Magic. It's a 1/1 spirit. This is like from original Innistrad. My power keeps going out. Yeah, I had my power go out earlier, Chris. It's scary, man. It's a little scary. What is the land I'm thinking of? It makes a 1/1 spirit. Thank you, Dingo. What about Moorland? I would be willing to cut the Norin for a Moorland Haunt. You love it? It might be better than the Norin. And by might be, most likely, definitely is. And then we're on, you know, maybe nicer mana. Well, okay, we didn't make the mana any worse, but this seems sweet. Yeah, that'll trigger your Farah. Right, people are killing off our Snapcasters and our clicks, and we're like, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back and get an extra card. Like, that seems actually kind of neat in a deck like this. I have played an unhealthy amount. Yeah, so like Moorland Haunt plus a Farah, there you go. It's not Devotion, though, but that's okay. So what if we draw the second Afara? Do we need a 1 of Jace, at least? Like, I'm trying to think of what we could click it away, right? Do we want more ways to like put it back into the deck? Jace would be a way to put it back into the deck if we draw doubles of our legendary stuff. So like, not Searcher's Scant is a bad example, but the extra Afara, we could just Jace it back into the deck, or yeah, so you said we could throw a Jace in this, right? So like maybe the first Jace is really nice because it lets us put the extra Afar back into the deck. We probably want some Visions or Ops. Yeah, working on that part. Okay, hold up. Jace is also Devotion. You want a Jace in the deck for the Devotion? Wouldn't 4 mana Gideon be good here? He makes tokens. I like Gideon. Yeah, ally as Zendikar, Gideon. I don't know if I'd mainboard him, but I like him. I like him in this deck, potentially. We might need to choose between Hellkite and Staticaster, and if you're the type of player that favors Hellkite, then we could maybe just cut Staticaster, and then run like a sideboard Gideon. It is Devotion, yes. Gideon is Devotion. It's better than Jace. They're both good. I think they're both fine. We could do a split between if you want to get more aggressive, Dingo, we could even cut the 4th path. I know that sounds greedy because it is greedy. But I mean that would be like way to make room for like another main deck walker. Yeah, but Staticaster's great. Yeah, I mean like I like this diversification. I've seen people run double Staticaster in their boards and I'm like, it might be nice if you find like another way to do that. I mean, although they do stack, like Staticasters do stack, so I understand it. Yeah, but it's better than Hellkite's meh. Oh, okay. Also, do we need to be a 24 land deck? Could we run a little bit light and then run the fourth visions? I was already thinking cut the fourth path. Yeah. Three colonnades too many for this. I dig it. Don't have the fourth one anyway, so there you go. Hellkite's only good if everybody plays Souls. There's a lot of people playing Souls. The Gideon Jace team with Afara seems sweet. Would it be crazy to cut our Builder-on card down to just the one of? Or would that mean we've ruined everything we stand for? Would that mean we've ruined everything we've tried to achieve with this deck? Lingering Souls actually isn't that big right now? Okay. I just wonder if that would like ruin everything we've tried to make this deck stand for if I cut one of these. Probably, right? Probably, yeah, if it's our Builder-on card, we need to play a 2 of just so we see it more often, and then we're like, God, that's so terrible when we draw the second one. We'll figure out a way. We'll figure out a way to fix that issue. Like, again, like a solution would be more Jaces and Vendilion clicks in the main board. More clicks and, yeah. More Jaces and more clicks could make it so that we don't get stuck with the extra FR too much. It's everything we stand for. Alright, well, we could main board another click. I mean, call me crazy. I love Geist when we know that this guy's going to get in. I'm not as huge of a fan of this card when we know it's just going to get blocked all day. I've always been so... the card's great, but... maybe that's how we do that. What about that? Everything. Everything we stand for. How we, like, only have the Geist when we know they're good? When we know the Geist is good. When we're giving him the Geist when we know it's good. How about we only have it in the deck when we know it's good? Why don't we just play Delvers? I don't know. I don't know about Delver. I've never been a huge... What is it? Kevin Jones. But it's 2 Devotion. Well, so is Click, though. Yeah, okay, yes, it is 2 Devotion that is difficult for the opponent to interact with. But, like, so are Planeswalkers. That's probably fine. Yeah, it's not that I don't like Geist. Let me be more specific. I like Geist.